G'day folks, welcome back to Peter Investing. It's February 14, 2024. This is the S&P 500 technical analysis. The overall trend is bullish on the weekly and daily. However, we've got bearish divergence in play on all time frames. So I'll cover that, and plus we'll include a trading idea for you. So first off, with the charts, for those new to the channel, I cover the weekly, the daily and the hourly time frames, and you can interchange the lower time frames with whatever time frame you choose, like the 4 hourly, etc. So you can see here on the weekly, we've got the ADX 25, which is bullish. The CCI 400, which also supports our trend, is showing bullish momentum. However, we've got the CCI 150, which we use as a divergence indicator, and that's currently showing a bearish divergence. You can see there lower highs on the CCI 150 versus higher highs on the price, and as long as that, let me just blow that up, as long as this CCI level, you can see there, is below that point, that's considered a bearish divergence, and the same range there, you can see there is going higher. So it may have been, it may be the start of a decline for the S&P on the weekly at least. We'll talk about that in terms of the daily and the hourly as well. You can see there, likewise, on the daily, we've got a bearish divergence on our CCI. Again, that level is lower than that level, and the price is still increasing, making new highs up to there, and it's actually just broken through that 49.94, and it's gone as high as just above to about the 50.44 level, and it's starting to decline now. That could just be a small retrace before it makes further upside, and if that does pull up higher or go higher, and we see the CCI break higher than that point, then it invalidates the divergence. But at the moment, this is still in play as a bearish divergence, so this could still fall further. And on the hourly, oh, by the way, also on the daily, you notice the ADX is still bullish and the CCI 400 is still bullish as well. On the hourly, we've got a somewhat bearish outlook on the ADX, and the CCI 400 is broken below its moving average. It's also a bearish outlook. And also we did have, in our last video, we did have this bearish divergence on the CCI 150 versus the price moving higher. And you can see there that's still falling off, and it's gone as high as that point, as we said, similar to the daily, and that's now falling off. Now, in terms of a trading idea, a couple of things first off, just understand, I always suggest trading in line with the bigger time frames. So if you want to go long on the smaller time frames, make sure your weekly and daily and the hourly, for example in this case, are going long. So you would have gone long on the hourly during these little periods back here where the ADX and the CCI 400 ideally have gone long. That's where you would have taken opportunity to go long and ridden those long waves. Now, because we're broken to the downside, I'd suggest strongly not going long at the moment, because the ADX and the CCI 400 are broken down. So even though the weekly and the daily are showing bullish momentum, the hourly is showing weakness. So if you want to trade, I would suggest one way to trade is to take advantage of this bearish divergence, which you probably missed the boat on this one actually, but one way of doing it is looking at the CCI 150, and when it breaks below the zero line, you enter the trade, and when it closes below the minus 100 in this case, you would have closed the trade. So you would open the trade there and close the trade there. So let me just put that in there in terms of the some indicators showing the buy sell signals. So you would have gone short on that candle when it broke below the zero line, and you would have closed it out when it hit the minus 100. So you would have made a nice little few points in gain there. So again, you would not have traded short during these periods because they were predominantly long according to the weekly and daily and the hourly. So the other way of looking at it was, during that period, historically, you would have gone long during these periods. You can see there, buy, close, a couple of buys there. You may have used stop losses or average down, close there, and buy, close. So this is a small return because it only relies on the breaking the zero line and then closing out on the plus 100 if you're going long, or closing out on the minus 100 if you're going short. Anyway, just a couple of ideas for trading, but again, predominantly we're looking at weekly and dailies going long, but it looks like it's starting to turn down, at least on the hourly, on a bearish outlook, and we'll see how far the daily goes. So if this, you can see there, the ADX is coming close to breaking into an hourly, into a bearish trend. Likewise, the CCI 400 is possibly going to break below its moving average, and if that happens, then we're going to have a further decline on the daily, and then we'll see how it goes on the weekly. But at the moment, just be careful about going long. I would not be going long, and very careful if you're going to do it. Only trade the small time frames with these little opportunities if you can. Otherwise, just wait until we see more decisive break to the downside on the daily before taking trades on the smaller time frames. And again, if you're going to trade on the daily, make sure the weekly is broken down on the bearish outlook if you're going to go short. And in terms of economic outlook, on the positive side for the S&P, strong earnings reports from some companies and continued low unemployment support the index. However, concerns about slowing global growth, rising interest rates and geopolitical tensions create headwinds. Some key factors to watch: Federal Reserve policy, continued rate hikes could dampen investor sentiment. Earnings season, upcoming company reports will paint a clearer picture of corporate health. And global economic data, signs of weakening growth could trigger sell-offs. So again, just be careful about buying into the market at the moment. We're looking at bearish outlook on all time frames. So just be careful about going long. There are some opportunities going short at the moment, using the divergence especially, or if you're going long, you probably use the divergence. That's what I do. Use the divergence to close out trades on your long trades. Hopefully you got something out of the trading idea as well. We'll try to include more trading ideas in future. So if you got value out of the video, hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell, support us more on Patreon. Thanks for watching and see you in a future video.